Beat the traffic and fly your way through the roads. You no longer have to go through the tension of reaching your destination late with the all-new taxi model. Anytime, anywhere. Fortunately, flying cars are kind of still a long way off for regular commuters. Despite this, the eVTOL business had a banner year with a record of SPAC sales, test flights, and even some firms initiating the licensing process. With many companies planning to launch air taxis, traveling in one is no longer going to be too far in the future. That's where eVTOL, Taxis of the Future, plays a pretty major role. Let's take a peek into everything we know about the latest flying taxis making the headlines. In case you didn't know, eVTOL stands for Electrical Vertical Takeoff and Landing. Sort of like an electric helicopter. Kitty Hawk is the firm that began it all. It was founded a decade ago by Google co-founder Larry Page. Following previous project cancellations and company reorganization, Kitty Hawk's newest electric VTOL is the Heaviside, a completely autonomous single-seat aircraft named after the 18th century engineer Oliver Heaviside. In 2019, Kitty Hawk began development on Heaviside. Sebastian Thrun, the company's CEO, claimed that he would be the first passenger, following in the footsteps of Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson as soon as the prototype was ready to fly. According to the firm, Heaviside's first flight will reach a height of 1,000 feet and hover for around 5 minutes. In a recent interview with PopSci, Sebastian Thrun, the CEO of Kitty Hawk, and a pilot, they both laugh about this subject. It became abundantly evident to me as I fly that there should be no pilot in the cockpit. He then adds, the Heaviside aircraft measures 23 by 18 feet and requires a 900 square foot landing zone. It's got a total of 8 electric motors that may tilt to allow it to land and take off vertically. It can go 100 miles without running out of battery power and reach speeds of 180 miles per hour, although it would have to drive slower to save energy. We're trying to travel as far as possible. Traffic jams are going to be a relic of the past in no time. They're going to move to the skies. Oh man, I hope not. Thinking of that scene from the Star Wars prequels, it still looks pretty dense traffically. Anyways, it's created the world's first all-electric, self-flying, vertical takeoff and landing air taxi with over a decade of piloted and autonomous flight expertise. From the beginning, we've put safety first, or they've put safety first. With over 1,550 flights and counting, it's transforming the future of urban mobility by combining all-electric power, cutting-edge autonomous technology, vertical takeoff and landing capabilities with redundant design, high safety requirements, and BPS recovery systems. Over the years, Kitty Hawk has shelved several electric vertical takeoff and landing projects. Cora, an autonomous two-seater aircraft presently designed by Wisk Aero, a joint venture between Kitty Hawk and Boeing, is one of them. Like Kitty Hawk's Heaviside, Cora is designed to fly without assistance of a pilot. The latest prototype, the 5th version, can transport 2 people. Wisk's long-term ambition is to create a bigger eVTOL that can be utilized as an urban air taxi at a price equivalent to UberX. Archer Aviation is a 3-year-old company. However, it's already set a lofty goal of starting volume production as soon as 2023 and has already sold United Airlines $1 billion in pre-orders. Archer's eVTOL, quote-unquote, maker, resembles Wisk's Aero in look. Archer is a developing maker at a location near the Palo Alto Airport. On December 16th, the business accomplished its maiden hover test flight in an unknown place in California. Marker is a full-scale electric vertical takeoff and landing demonstrator aircraft that can reach speeds of up to 150 miles per hour. The maker is going to allow you to enjoy revolutionary travel experiences every day, whether you're commuting or traveling. Joby Aviation, a venture-backed startup aerospace company based in Santa Cruz and San Carlos, California, was founded in 2009 by Jobin Bevert, CEO and chief engineer, and is developing and manufacturing piloted all-electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft for fast, quiet, and affordable air taxi services. Bevert also launched Joby, which provides cameras, phones, lighting accessories, and other consumer goods. The firm claimed to have over 400 workers as of January in 2020, and its website lists a pretty long list of job vacancies. High dependability, zero emissions, quick flying speeds, silent operations, cheaper operating expenses, lower maintenance costs, and better safety features are among some of the benefits offered by the corporation. Holy crap, man. That blends aspects of helicopters and tiny airplanes. Joby S2, Joby Lotus, and Joby Monarch are their previous ventures. Joby Aviation's S4 aircraft has remained a guarded secret. However, it is based on the Joby S2 design. Joby Aviation, the firm that absorbed Uber's flying vehicle branch in 2020, is the company's most positioned to establish an Uber network for the skies. At least from the standpoint of marketing, Joby worked on eVTOLs before Uber Elevate acquisition, but they claimed Uber software and employees would help it commercialize air taxi services faster. S4, Joby's most recent prototype, is a piloted aircraft that can go 150 miles with up to 4 people on a single charge. A plant in Marina, California is expected to begin mass production pretty soon. Joby's production proposal was authorized by the FAA and the city of Marina in June. Skydive of Japan might be a modest participant in the eVTOL market in terms of investment. However, it's the only business that has successfully launched a piloted vehicle. In August of 2020, the company's prototype SDO-3 performed a 5-minute test flight in the Japanese city of Toyota with a pilot on board. Japan's transportation agency issued the type certificate for the SDO-3 in November. The certification is indeed an official stamp of approval for the aircraft's design, paving the door for future production and commercialization. The SDO-3 can fly for up to 10 minutes at a peak speed of 30 miles an hour, and its present iteration. Its next generation seeks to increase peak speed to 40 miles per hour and maximum flying time to 30 minutes. As early as 2025, the business plans to operate a flying taxi service with SDO-3 in Japan's Osaka Bay region. In 2023, it also hopes to release a 2-seater commercial variant. As a new method of transportation in the near future, the aircraft has been developed to be the world's smallest vertical electric takeoff and landing vehicle. It's just 2 meters high, 4 meters wide, and 4 meters long, and yet it actually takes the same amount of ground area as 2 parked cars. The powertrain consists of 4 electric motors that drive rotors in 4 different places, each having 2 different rotors rotating in opposite directions and each driven by its own motor. As befitting a new means of transportation as it is, the primary term guiding the aircraft's design was progressive. The fuselage has a slender, sleek appearance from the side, with the rotor housings reaching out in a sweeping curve that retain the aircraft's visual coherence and accentuate its aerodynamic capabilities. Finally, you can order a flying car now. I am tired of it being on the horizon. I just want to go drag racing in the skies. I've never been on a ground drag race, but that doesn't matter. So, the Jetson 1, a personal electric plane developed by Swedish firm Jetson Aero, will be accessible in the United States in 2022. For $92,000, you can obtain a lightweight, single-seat aircraft that can take you almost 5,000 feet in the sky without requiring a pilot's license. That's not that bad in pricing. I am personally gonna save everything I have to fly my own thingy. Anyways, according to the FAA's rules that classify it as a vehicle, not a plane, it actually just weighs 88 pounds. But, you might want to be prepared for a long wait. According to Jetson Aero's website, all Jetson 1 vehicles are sold out until 2022. In 2023, there are just 3 units available. In the UK, Bellwether Industries has published a video of its maiden test flight using a half-scale prototype of its Volar eVTOL aircraft. The Volar flew to a height of 13 feet and a speed of 40 kilometers per hour during a test flight in Dubai in November of 2021. The flying test, according to Bellwether, is the first in a series of development initiatives aimed at improving the prototype. It's presently developed to the next generation of Volar eVTOL aircraft and forming collaborations. Bellwether is working on a private city plane with a disguised motor system for intra-city flight. According to the eVTOL creator, the ultimate full-scale aircraft would be able to transport 4 to 5 people, cruise at altitudes of up to 3,000 feet, and travel at speeds of up to 220 kilometers per hour. The release of the test flight film completes the circle on the company's declaration last month that it had completed its maiden test flight in Dubai after a year of indoor tethered flights. Bellwether's eVTOL design drew widespread public attention in a very short amount of time, making it one of eVTOL.com's most read articles of 2021. Bellwether Industries completed its maiden test flight for its 2-seat Volar eVTOL aircraft last month after a year of indoor tethered flights, like I said. The eVTOL is a tiny aircraft aimed at the private urban aircraft market. This story also receives the prize for receiving the most comments on any story ever published on eVTOL.com. So, according to estimates, at least 200 businesses are working on electric vertical takeoff and landing engine or vehicles. Sorry, there's so much terminology here. Anyways, they're working on developing this for various use cases, ranging from shared urban air taxis to personal leisure aircraft. However, like with any burgeoning young industry, there won't be many participants when it matures. Only 4 to 5 players may make it through this adventure, says the narrator. Several frontrunners plan to begin mass manufacturing and receive regulatory clearance by 2023 or sooner. Pre-order for some lightweight eVTOLs, which don't require a pilot's license to fly in the United States, are now available. And I'll see you guys later.